All right, we're talking with Corey Rodrigues. I'm sorry, Milton's Corey Rodrigues, comedian, and he is part of the stellar lineup that's going to be performing at the Manny 267 Foundation benefit at Mechanics Hall on the 30th of this month. Corey, thanks for taking the time this morning. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, man. This is exciting.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You are currently on a ship right now.
Yeah, I'm currently on a cruise ship right now. I am in Sydney, Nova Scotia at the moment.
Wow.
Staring out the window at some whales jumping right now. That's what I'm doing.
Oh my God.
As we speak.
Well, it's exciting for me. I've never done an interview with anyone who is out at sea, but do you do a lot of cruise ship gigs?
I have done a bunch. I try to fit them in around a lot of land gigs. I try to come out to the water.
Yeah.
So I get out here a little bit. I'm literally looking at some whales right now. I wish this was a video interview. We could make it exciting. You could see a whale tail while we were talking. So yeah, go ahead though. That was pretty cool.
This could be like a Richard Attenborough documentary. So I got to tell you, I actually fear getting onto a ship more than I fear getting onto a plane, only because of the stories I've heard, of recent, with ships' engines going down and people being stranded and toilets overflowing and the norovirus and anything. But I guess I should just get on there and get over the fear. Have you ever, any of your cruise ship gigs, have you ever had a point where you thought, I better get into the lifeboat?
No, never. Not unless we were tendering to a port. So when you're afraid of something, you think of all of the worst scenarios and all of the worst things you've heard. But your concern is as concerning as someone who's afraid the plane's going to crash and they won't get on an airplane. It happens. But, yeah, man, I think you're going to be fine. So I think you got to suck it up, Mike, and get on one.
Yeah.
You'll have a great time.
I know. I just got to get over it. I got to get on it because everybody tells me it's unlimited buffets 24 hours a day. I probably would just go just for that reason.
Yeah. I mean, forget about seeing the world and whales jumping and great island destinations, and you know what I mean? And just, why not go to Hawaii and go see, some volcanoes erupt and different things like that. Instead of seeing that, why don't you just go to the buffet when you could go to one at home? Why don't you just go to the buffet and do that the whole time? Okay.
All right, Corey. I get it. Basically what you're saying is I'm fat and I know I have a problem. So I get it. All right. Anyway.
Yeah. No, I did not say that. And who was the guy you said before? Were you saying Moby Dickinson? Who was the
No.
author you said before?
Richard Attenborough. No. He does those documentaries and the nature shows. It's like, here, Corey Rodrigues is dancing with a sperm whale. He's one of those guys.
Okay. All right. I didn't want to just let that slide.
Okay.
Because sometimes people say authors to me, or they say these narrators to me, and I pretend I know, but I really didn't know, and I could have been putting myself in a hole right there. I had no idea who that was. But now it makes sense.
Well, when are you going to have your nature show? Because if you go through Corey's Instagram feed, it's you narrating like little animal videos. Like the elephant one that was just up there is so hilarious. I don't want to spoil for anybody. You got to go to Corey's Instagram feed. The elephant one is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life, and there's all sorts of. So you could be the next Richard Attenborough, funnier.
Yeah, that would be great. I appreciate that. Yeah, I should do that. Because people send them to me all the time. They send me all these videos, and I just narrate them. I see what silliness is in my brain and narrate the videos, and they seem to come out pretty good. So thank you for checking those out, man.
Yeah, they're funny. So I highly suggest everybody check those out. Well, you're coming to Worcester at the end of the month. Actually, you were here recently, right? You were over at Assumption College.
Yeah, I was at Assumption College, and then I was also there at Polo Park. I just did a show at Polo Park. Yeah, so I did something out there, which was awesome, over in the clubhouse. And then I did something at Assumption. So yeah, and I went to school up there. I went to Becker when it was Becker, when it was still there.
Oh my gosh, that must have been recently, so right? Because they didn't start letting guys into the school until when did you go there?
No, they started letting guys in before my time. What do you mean?
No, I thought that was an old girls' college. I thought it was an old girls. They used to call them the Becker. They used to call them the Becker Pecker Wreckers, but you could get canceled for saying that.
Yeah, the Becker Pecker Wreckers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they did call it, but by the time I was there, the pecking was different. It was a different pecking order. But yeah, it was some dudes. But yeah, it still was predominant. It was a lot of women there, but there was some of us guys, lucky guys there. And but the school actually closed. I don't know if you know that. It
Yeah. Oh,
actually
yeah.
closed
Yeah.
a couple years ago. So that was very sad. It's kind of sad to be to have your college gone. To have went to a college and then it's gone, and not be like 100 years old. You know, not be like a 100-year-old guy and be like, that used to be my school. It's like, no, man, I still, I feel bad. So when I see alumni events, I'm like, this is kind of legit, but it's not. Our school's gone. Like, what's this alumni stuff
That's
for?
right.
Like, we don't have a school anymore.
Our diploma's not good anymore. We got it. Yeah, right. It's,
Yeah.
You're academic orphans.
Yeah.
I feel bad. Well,
Lifeboat College. Our ship has sailed. Yeah, but
there we go.
Anyway,
We're keeping
bring it back to the cruise ship.
Right. We're keeping the nautical theme going in this interview. I hope you're wearing a captain's hat while you're talking to me.
I'm not. Fair enough. I wish I had one right now because I would have done that. That would have been perfect.
Well, you're going to be part of that stellar lineup I was talking about at the Manny 267 Foundation Mechanics Hall on the 30th of this month. It really is the cream of New England comedy that's going to be there. Now, I'm going to put you on the spot, Corey, and I'm going to run down the lineup. And when I mention the person's name, I want you to just blurt out the first thing that comes to mind. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
All right. We'll start with the host for the evening, Jimmy Dunn.
Jimmy Dunn, big truck, and the McCarthy.
All right. And another Jimmy, Worcester's own Jimmy Cash.
Oh, come on, man. The smoothest janitor in town, man. That's my buddy. Jimmy Cash is smooth. Smooth and funny. He's a soft voice assassin. That's what I call Jimmy behind his back. He's the soft voice assassin. He's great.
Dude, that is a sweet nickname. Soft voice assassin. That's like something that really you would only apply to someone like Barry White or David Allen Boucher, That's like, wow.
Listen, David Allen Boucher, like, I love that you reference him. I do that all the time. Like, if the crowd is being weak and, the energy is low, I'm like, listen, I'll bring this down like David Allen Boucher if I need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't heard anybody else say his name in so long. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Next in the lineup is Christine Hurley.
Oh, Christine Hurley, Jimmy Hurley. That's what I think when I think of Christine. Beautiful Jimmy Hurley. I'll just leave it right there. It'll make a lot of sense when you see it.
Okay. Justin McKinney.
Justin McKinney. Justin McKinney's a former police officer who is hilarious. I think north of Massachusetts, when I think of Justin McKinney, I think hilarity when I think of Justin McKinney, and he's actually one of my favorites.
Kelly McFarland.
Beautiful. I think when I think biscuit. Kelly will call people her little biscuit. Kelly.
I love Kelly McFarland because she is one of my favorite bands in the world is Rush, and she is one of maybe 6 female Rush fans on the planet. They're very rare, so that's why I love Kelly McFarland. Rafi Gonzalez.
Oh man, Rafi Gonzalez. Yo, ¿cómo te llamas? That's what I think when I think of Rafi Gonzalez. Yeah, Rafi's high energy, hilarity. He's not. I don't want to say he's a new guy anymore. He's probably one of the newest guys on the lineup between him and Jimmy, right? And he's just a cool guy. I just actually text him. I just text Rafi. Matter of fact, last night I text Rafi this video of a cruise ship just being covered up by waves, and he was like, "Yep," because he's on ships now. He does a ship every once in a while, and he wrote back to me, "Yep, ever since I started doing cruise ships, that's my worst nightmare." And so thank you.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what we just had that interaction.
Yeah, we have that in common because I just, how can you not think of stepping onto a cruise ship? How do you not think of the Titanic or like the Poseidon Adventure?
Yeah, of course.
Right. Of course, that rarely happens. Yeah. I'm sure it's very safe, but And then finally in the lineup, Corey Rodrigues.
Oh, what do I think about him? I think he's above water. I think he's I think he's a captain of all captains. I think he's he's a whale amongst fish. I think I don't know. I'm trying to stay on theme here.
Yeah. R. Right.
R. I think he's gonna limp to the stage. You know what I mean?
Well, we're looking forward to seeing all you guys at Mechanics Hall on the 30th. Now, as far as you go, I was talking to Jimmy Dunn about this a little bit, and I know you've done some movie work and some TV stuff. Is there anything? It's hard because there's that strike going on. Did you have anything that you were working on or that you were allowed to talk about?
There's a special in the works. I don't know where it's going to land right now, but that is out there. So we'll see what happens with that. There is a movie that was done out there that I did during COVID called The Salesman, which is on Amazon Prime right now. You can check that out.
Is that the Will
Salesman.
Noonan movie?
Yeah, that's the movie that Will. It's not Will's movie, but Will's in it.
Oh,
yeah.
Will makes it
Will's
sound
in it,
like that's his movie. So you better talk to Will.
The Will Noonan movie. I gotta give him a hard time about that. But yeah, we're all in it. Myself, Orlando Baxter, which is also a Worcester native.
Yeah.
Me, Orlando, and so many other comedians are in that movie. Very funny movie. It's the type of movie where you sit back and marijuana is legal in Massachusetts, so you grab some and you watch that movie. You'll have a great time.
All right, Corey. Listen, thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it. I know you got to get back to one of the 8 buffets going on your deck. So, but it's the 30th. It's the end of this month. It's an New England all-star comedy night to benefit the Manny 267 Foundation. It's an excellent cause. So we hope everybody comes out, fills Mechanics Hall to see Corey and the rest of that great lineup. So, Corey, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you taking the time.
Michael, can I just say one other thing? Yeah. Make sure you guys follow me at Corey Rods on Instagram. COREYRODS on Instagram. Come check out some of the funny videos. Send me your other animal videos. I'll narrate them, pop them up there if they're funny, and we'll go from there. I just want to make sure people can find me there like that.
Yeah, I highly recommend going there and checking it out, and you can waste hours on it. So, Corey, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, I'll talk to you.